So now, let us look at 2015 paper 1. The question on bearing is saying, in the diagram below, the bearing of B from A is 120 as shown. This one is the 120 they're talking about. The bearing of B from A is 120, this one. Okay? Then the question is saying, find the bearing of A from B. So the opposite now. What you have been given is the bearing of B from A. Now we're being told to find the bearing of A from B. Okay? So remember I said on bearings, the first thing you need to do is you identify the point where you are starting your turning from. Okay? Yes. So in this case, when they say A from B, it simply means we are starting from the north of point B going to point A. Okay? A from B, from, that is where you are coming from. Okay? So in this case, we are coming from point B, the north of B going to what? Going to point what? Point A. Okay? So in this case, what you're going to do is, after identifying at the point where we are starting our turning from, or where we are coming from, step number 2 is, you come up with a north from that very point. So we are going to come up with a north from point B. Okay? Let us establish a north from point what? B. So we are going to come up with a north from point what? Point B. That's the second step. Okay? So I'm going to come up with a north from this point. From point B. Okay. So this is my north. My north is from point B. What point B? Okay. Yes, this is my north. Okay. Then now we are going to move. Starting from the north of point B, we are going to move in a clockwise movement, going to point what? Going to point A. Okay? We are going to move in a clockwise movement from the north of point B going to what? Going to point A. Okay? So let us move now. From the north of point B going to point A, because we are finding the bearing of A from what? B. So we're going to move from the north of B going to what? Going to A. So we're going to move like this. Okay. Like this. Okay. So this amount of turning, this is the angle they want. This is the bearing they want. This one. This amount of turning. This is the bearing they want. This shaded part. Okay. So in this case, we cannot know now. We cannot know this shaded part minus knowing this unshaded part. So what we are going to do is we are going to extend this to this point, so that you can come up with a complete circle. Okay? Yes, like this. Okay? So we have this shaded part, which is the bearing they want, and then we have got this unshaded part. Okay? So we don't know this part, we also don't know this part. So what we're going to do is, for us to know the bearing, first we need to know this unshaded part, this angle. Okay? So since we don't know this, but we can just put any letter, like let's say this is X, we don't know this angle. Okay? So we don't know this angle, let us find X. Okay? Now for us to find X, we are going to use this property. This property I've been emphasizing on. If you have got two parallel lines, if this line, take note, if this line, and let's say this line, okay, these two lines are parallel. If these two lines are parallel, you have got north and you have got north. Okay? Then you have got a transversal line like this. This one is a transversal line. Okay? We said these two angles, they are supplementary. They add up to 180. If this is X, let's say this is Y. I simply say X plus Y is equal to 180. They are supplementary. Okay, so if let's say I'll give an example, if X, now let's say if X is, let's say 100, this angle is going to become 80. Okay, you just say 180 minus 100 to get this angle. Okay, now similarly, in our case, we realize we have a situation like this. We have got this line, okay, this line, then you have got also this line. You also have got this other line this side. Okay, this one is a north and this one is a north. Okay? Then you have got a transversal line here. This is our transversal line. Okay? Then you have got this angle, which is angle X, and you have got this other angle. Okay? Which is 120. This is 120. So we're going to say, let's say let this 120 be Y. Okay? So we're going to say, we know that X plus Y is equal to 180. These two are supplementary. These are called allied angles. These are angles on the same side of this transversal. So we just say X plus Y is equal to 180. Okay? Yes. So we're going to do the same property to find what? To find X. Okay? So in this case we have been given, X we have, okay? We have been given Y. Okay? We want to find X. So we're going to just say X is equal to 180 minus Y. As simple as that. Okay? Then just say X is equal to 180 degrees minus, what is our Y? Y is 120, take note. It's the 120. So X is equal to 180 minus 120 to get what? To get 60 degrees. Okay? Have you seen? So our X is what? It's 60 degrees. Okay? So this is our X. So I was saying, for us to find X, just say X is equal to 180 minus these two add up to 180. So out of 180 we have got 120. What is this angle? So just say 180 minus 120. So 180 minus 120 gets 60 degrees. Okay? So 60 degrees, this is our angle. This one. This is our X. Okay? So X is what? 60 degrees. Okay? Yes. Now this is not our answer. The question is saying find the bearing of A from B, meaning they want this shaded part from this point to this point. Okay? Now for us to know the shaded part, from 360 we are going to subtract what? We are going to subtract 60, this unshaded part. Okay? Because the shaded part plus the unshaded part, this one gives us 360. This entire angle of this circle is 360. So for us to find the bearing say is equal to, from 360 you subtract what? This X minus X. So it's equal to 360 minus, what is our X? Our X is 60. So it's equal to 360 minus 60, you get what? You get 300 degrees. So this is our bearing. Bearing of what? A from B is what? 360. Let us look at 2019 paper 2, also on bearings. Sorry, paper 1 I mean, not paper 2. Sorry. It says in the diagram below. Now the diagram below shows 3 points, which are point A, B, and C on the horizontal ground. Okay? The diagram below shows 3 points, which are point A, B, and what? C on horizontal ground. Now we have been told to say angle BAC. BAC is 40, take note. This is 40 degrees. And angle ACB. Angle ACB is 90. This is 90. Take note, is what? 90 degrees. Okay? Then we are being told to say, find the bearing of F from B. Find the bearing of F from B. Remember I said on bearings, these things are simple. The first thing to do is to identify the point where you're starting from. So we're starting from the north of which point? We're starting from the north of point B. Okay? North of point B going to point what? Going to point A. Are you moving there? Okay? So in this case, this is our north. This is where point B is. And this is our north. This is the north of point B. Now we're moving from the north of point B going to point A. Okay? So we're going to move in a clockwise manner. So let us move now from point B going to what? A. In a clockwise direction like this. Okay. This one. So this is the bearing they want. Okay? This is the bearing they want. They are seeking for. Okay. You see? So in this case, how can we find this bearing? So for us to find this bearing, one, we need to know this angle. We need to know this angle. We need to know this angle as well as this angle. Okay? we need to know this angle as well as this angle. So just add this angle plus this angle. Okay? Now we know that there is a property in mathematics which states the sum of angles formed on a straight line is what? 180. So this one is our straight line, take note. So NBC is a straight line, take note. This one. This one. You have got N, you have got B, and you have got C. This one is a straight line, and angles formed on a straight line add up to 180. So this is 180. This is 180. Okay? So these are 180. Okay? This part. This is 180. So what we need to do is we need to know now this remaining part. This one, okay? From this point is 180. Now let's find this one. Let's find this angle, which is angle ABC. Okay, let's find angle ABC. So for us to find angle ABC, we know that angle ABC plus angle BAC plus angle BAC plus angle ACB, angle ACB. Okay, these two they add up to 180. They are supplemented. In short, there is a property in mathematics which states that angles formed in a triangle, the sum of interior angles in a triangle up to 180. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equal to 180. So it's a 180 degrees. Okay. So in this case, we want this angle. We don't have, so it's the angle BAC plus what is angle? Sorry, angle BAC. Angle BAC is 40 degrees plus what is our angle ACB? ACB is 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So in this case, just say ABC plus 40 plus 90, you get what? You get 130. 130 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Then in this case, what I'm supposed to do, just correct the like terms. Correct the like terms are going to mean with A, B, C. This side is equal to 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. Okay. So A, B, C is equal to 180 minus 130 to get 50 degrees. Okay. So this angle is 50 degrees. Okay. This angle is what? 50 degrees. So now we want the bearing of F from B. F from B. So from the north of B going to A, this is the amount of turning they want. So we just add the shaded part is what? 180 plus this unshaded part is what? 50 to find the bearing. So just the bearing is equal to 180 degrees